Hey everybody, this is Stuart with Wine on the Dime, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Bota Box Nighthawk Black Dark Malbec from Argentina. It's 13.5% alcohol by volume, and I paid roughly $16, $17 for it at my local grocery store. I saw this, and I'd seen something recently stating that some of the Bota boxes were actually winning fairly reasonable competitions in terms of like the quality of the competitions, and so I wanted to see what was going on, and I couldn't find the one that said it had won some awards at said competitions, but I did find another one that was new, because I hadn't seen this one before, so I went ahead and picked it up and decided to try it. As you see, my wife has already gotten to this, so we'll take a look and just see how it rates. And if you hear a dog in the background, I apologize. She's in the kennel, she didn't get to go on the walk, and she's upset. So, in terms of the color, I'm going to give this a medium ruby, no artifacts, no cloudiness. Alright, on the nose. So, getting a little bit of blackberry. Whoa, the alcohol hits fast on the note. Now I'm like totally confused. Let me get a few whiffs of this and try to get past that part of it. Alright, so now that I've kind of gotten past it on the nose, that's something you have to worry about with the box wines. If you want to kind of get some of those elements to kind of open up or disperse, like the alcohol, if it's kind of strong on the first impression on the nose, you kind of have to let it breathe a bit. There's really no way around it, because there's no way to let it breathe in advance. You just kind of have to pour it and let it sit, or run it through an aerator or something. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at boxed wines. Yeah, so there's a blackberry note, there's a black cherry note, there's a touch of vanilla. There's a slight earthiness, like a little bit of like a dry earth or dried leaves. Not like forest floor like you get with like Pinot Noir, but it's kind of more of a freshly dried, not a composted dried. Yeah, it makes sense in my head. And I'm getting just a slight touch of cedar. So, I mean, this isn't too terribly complex on the nose, but let's see how it tastes. Medium body wine, medium acid, medium tannins, medium alcohol, medium finish. So everything about this wine, from the palate to the nose to the characteristics of the body, it's all medium. It's just straight medium across the board. I would say it's dry, barely going into off-dry territory. Yeah, I mean, that's just pretty much it. I mean, everything I smelled, I got. No surprises. Yeah, let's get to the blick. From a balance standpoint, I'm going to give you 0.75. I think that this wine needs a little bit more acid. Not from an aging purpose, but because there is that little hint of almost going into an off-dry characteristic, and having that acid would help kind of tweak that a little bit in terms of the balance that I'm getting on my palate. So I'm going to say 0.75. Length, medium finish, half a point. Intensity, medium, half a point. And complexity, I'm not going to give you any points here. There's hardly any noticeable secondary characteristics. The primary characteristics, oh, you know what? No, I'll give you 0.3. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you like 0.33 or 0.25 or something around that realm, because you do have some primary elements. It's not like you're just totally primary with no hint of secondary. The secondary characteristics aren't like something that you're going to get whenever you do like barrel aging or barrel fermentation. You just don't have those same type of infusion of elements and complexity. You can tell that if they're the notes that are added here are probably done by like wood chips or staves or something. So once you add everything up, technically you fall into the good category. And I would say for a boxed wine, that's probably where you should be. So yeah, in terms of this, I mean, it's not the worst boxed wine I've had. It's by far not the best. It's kind of mid-tier. If you're going to compare it to the bottles that you're going to get from Argentina, it's going to lose or get crushed depending on your price point. So, I mean, keep that in mind. But if you're going to be entertaining some guests and they're not too picky about the wine, but you want a wine that's in theme with like a South American flavor profile, I mean, this is there. It's not going to be as great as if you picked some other stuff up, but you know what? I'm not pouring it down the drain, so that's a pretty good sign. Anyway, this is Mr. Stuart with Wine on the Dime. If you like today's review, please like, subscribe, and comment. Have you had the Nighthawk Black Dark Malbec from Argentina by Bota Box? I'd be interested to know if you have. Leave a comment below, and I'll see y'all again soon with another review from Wine on the Dime.